Hey, baby. I'm still winded. Oh, I slipped and knocked the lights over and busted a light. So I got the old backups on. Can you hear me okay? Try to do too much at once. I knew it was too much. You should be able to see my reflection in there now, maybe. Double reflection. I didn't do a great job, but it's done. I'm really worried I might have killed him because there were some bugs that hatched underneath when I picked it up. He jumped down and ate them. They shouldn't have any chemicals on them, but I have no idea what kind they were. Little gray grubs. See anything missing? I wouldn't know. I don't know where he is. Do you see him anywhere? I guess it's going to be just you and me. That's fine with me. 1 minute. He turned into a chameleon. He's invisible. There was a mass distinction. Can you see the horned dragon in there? He's dying to get out. I gotta straighten the bottom out a little bit. Put him away here. All right. Hello, BJ. Had a mass extinction. Everything died, and all I have is skulls left. Skeletons. There's what lizard? There's no lizard. There's just skeletons. Here's the crazy fart. A little angry, I guess. He was in solitaire. Should be nice to give him a treat, I guess. He's got some competition. We go fishing with the food he eats. Ah. That's where I put the kids when I cleaned. I figured if it was good enough for the kids. Yeah, I'll get it. Hello, Freedom News. Had a mass extinction. The mother dragon died. The babies died. All I got is skeletons. Gotta straighten the bottom out a little bit. Yeah, that rock he's on is heavy. Defane, you don't want to give me no puppies. You see what happens to them? See all the skulls? I don't do well with the animals. No puppies. Well, it finally warmed up again today enough to open the windows. It's almost 58 out there. I don't really know if I got room for a zebra skull in there. Is that what you meant? Oh my God. Yeah, I watched the newsreel and they just skipped it. I couldn't watch the explaining them why they're such great people. Well, of course not. They're protecting themselves. So those skulls are sent to me by Roadhog Kennel. I would like to thank him. I think they make a great addition. What else did he send me? I think he sent me something else. Where did I put it? Defane. Do you? I gotta turn the camera for a second. Okay. I'm sure the women know what this is for. Defane, does this look painful at all to you? I seriously cringe every time it closes. No, those are for no eggs. I think I'm ready. Yeah, no kidding, Ohio. I think I'm sending them back. I don't really want them in my house. It just looks like it's an accident waiting to happen. Oh, sorry, honey. I fell. Actually, folks, look at these. Oh, look at all them jealous peoples out there. Look at these. I got me 22 babies. Oh, man. Look at all the meat in there. Or the rocks or something. I don't know. But it was a real coincidence that they made that package and it just fits perfect for those eggs. And you said you didn't have food. Are you trying to hatch them? I didn't say she was doing it right. She's a zebra. What do zebras know about hatching eggs? We used to buy 100 chicks every year for. Had this big, huge tin, and only light that dropped down over top of them. And when they were little tiny, and you had to raise it up, and it only had one light bulb, and the thing's like 8 feet across. Yeah, we're into a week or less, Defane. Yeah, we're going so far up in the sticks that if you look on the map, the cell companies say there's no service. You had to hide it. Did you get people to at least put it on their channel too? I'm figuring anything I upload, they'll never find. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Attorneys love to hide everything. We want all the advantage so we can win. Don't help the other team. Federal? Ah, hell, Hefe. I don't know. When I say it that way, you sound like you're as big as I am. So maybe I'll say Jeffy and leave it at that. Good luck on that one. Told you were still a mod, Hefe. I almost forgot about that. We're taking a look at what I can do with lizards. I ended up with 3 skulls and 1 living lizard. Yeah, that's federal. You have 42 SC is federal. There are some federal violations that are held in state court, though. I'm taking in our little snack, you pig. Yeah, probably both. Eating his crunchies. Now I read like several of the reviews on those treats, and They say we soften them up because they shouldn't be hard, but I tell you, he just loves to crunch them. So it hasn't given him any problems in 6 months. But today I had an infestation underneath the greenery. When I lifted it up, there were 4 or 5 little gray bugs, and he didn't wait for me to get them. He took them. I hope they weren't nasty to him. I have to assume they hatched from a one bug or a flying bug or floated through the air. It's kind of weird they'd get underneath the green thing. Yeah, it's been a horrible spring there. It's been raining so much you couldn't get stuff done. Well, you can watch the video. She gave the copper address. Okay. Here we go. I gotta move the camera view. Okay. So this first one, the jaws open and close on. And then you got that one, a dragon skull. And then he also set another skull. Part of a human skull, I believe. One of those nosy people. You see, it's got a real long nose. One of them real nosy people. Must have been like a sheeple or something. Aren't those cool? They definitely improve it. And outside, nice and dreary. Rained half the day. That was my first attempt. I don't know. I'll probably move him around and put him back in the corner. But they're sitting right now where he shouldn't run across them too much. And when he touches the one with the mouth open, the mouth is going to close. So I'll know. But the one on the horns is pretty well protected. He shouldn't go there. And I put the other one under the leaves, so he shouldn't go there. But we'll see. Here, let me see if I can find out what's going on. Ghost Rider's live, it says. Let's refresh and see. Still says he's live, but it doesn't show Eric is live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Can I have my paperwork back?
So Eric's not in jail. I'm looking at Eric right now.
So here's what the paperwork says. He said he has to go upstairs and get the warrant. You know, so it says right here.
Hey, LFE, good to see you in here.
Hey, LFA.
Did you know you got detained and put in handcuffs and stuff in the back of a car this morning?
For what?
For videoing. Outside of the police station.
Continuing to bring guns to a work fight.
Outside of the police station. Yeah, they wanted his ID.
So then here the summons here. Here's a copy.
They want to know why the summons.
Yeah, if you want, you can zoom in on that if you want. I have 2 copies here. It says that Eric enters the location and began yelling, causing a disturbance, and calls the victim a, quote, stupid bitch. The victim stated that she felt threatened by the defendant's actions and called security. Defendant was positively identified by Vic's prior interactions. Detective Marshall watched the incident on YouTube and observed the defendant. How does that say? Defendant's actions were unprovoked. Oh, it says it was unprovoked. It was absolutely provoked.
Okay.
It was absolutely provoked by their continued lawlessness. Loud and disruptive yelling, profane, and caused
Disturbance? Yelling?
the peace to be disturbed.
Oh, okay.
So remember that peace is to violence as quiet as to loud.
Yes.
Right? So you can disturb the quiet by being loud.
Yeah.
But in order to disturb the peace, you must actually require an act of violence. And so look at the cases would be where versus Denver, I think.
No.
And also people versus Flores. I mean Flores versus Denver. Anyway, Ware and Flores are actually 2 Denver cases that establish the necessity that
For the law.
calculated motion to breach the peace.
Right.
So I'm not going to dispute that I yelled at her. Right, I've sued these people.
Right.
We've been doing this for 4 years. They are denying people their rights. And take a look here. We have pictures right here. This is what's on the door of the public defender's office. And it says to provide proof of income, blah, 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 of any other government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
But when you read page 2 of the form, it expressly excludes those. Furthermore, you'll remember that this was the day that we were there. That not only did they provide a form that was 4 times revised, so it was a 2006 form.
Right.
The most recent revision was 2015.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to that, they literally chicken scratched off the page number at the bottom of the form to them and photocopy
More copies of it instead of putting out on your form.
Right. And page 2 expressly states the opposite of that.
Yes.
So Denver clearly wants to violate people's rights. I see more and more popularity out there.
Yes, they are standing out here. There's many officers out here. At least they're in a cage at this point. Yes.
Yeah.
They look good. They look good behind bars.
Right, and the thing is that cages and bulletproof glass, these provide protection, these provide barriers to prevent violent response.
See you,
You
Defane.
can't shoot us. Yeah, that's right.
You can't disturb the peace through a bulletproof glass, right? It's impossible. No reasonable person could be able to believe that they're going to come out of the glass and kill you, right? They'll go under it, maybe. They'll come around and shoot you through the gate there. But the bulletproof glass is by its very expensive function designed to prevent the breach of the peace. So no person could calculate to breach the peace from the other side of the bulletproof glass.
Right.
Not with words, anyway.
Right.
All right? Yeah, so that's their case. Very well established. I did call it.
Same from
before. Yeah. To their office.
their little alcove of an office.
You know, where she was sitting behind the glass and they asked her if she was okay. She says, yeah, I'm okay. But she felt very threatened, but she's okay.
Yeah.
So which one is it going to be?
Yeah.
Okay or threatened?
Yeah.
So Alice Norman is the lead public defender for the city and county of Denver. That fucking bitch cunt has lied in court before and convicted me. When I first broached the subject with her, she charged me with disturbing the peace and breaking the property and trespass. And the jury convicted me on trespass.
Yeah.
Was the only one.
Trespass? But you had to commit a
Well,
crime.
because she said that I went flying down the hallway, throwing things to the ground and trying to knock over and grab any object that I could to get her with. And actually, I was decidedly seated the entire time. So I think that when a public defender lies in court, that you should never trust them or their office. There's a reason why I never get the public defender in Denver. They always hire a private attorney to represent me, right?
Right.
Because of this Alice Norman thing. So Alice Norman, you're about to find out what stink on shit really smells like. Because what you just did was you necessarily put into the criminal record, the criminal public court record, the evidence of your crimes and your forgeries and your frauds to the public. You couldn't have made my case any easier.
Pretty much.
So
Since it was all recorded.
yeah.
They definitely have an issue there.
Yes, sir. Hello. Okay. 617. Okay. That sounds like if there's a conflict with that, I'll let the court know right away. Yeah. Right. Do I need to sign anything for you? All right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Bye. All righty. So there we have it. We're not out of the woods yet because we still have to get out of the building. And
That's your summons right there?
No, this is
And
my
that's
summons
it?
right here. Yeah, and it's basically the same thing as was
in there.
basically this part up here, right?
Right.
So, and they have checked and boxed 38-89, disturbing the peace. That would be Denver Revised Municipal Code.
Right.
And they've set me a court date of 6/17/19.
Okay.
So I have the heebie-jeebies around these people, so I want to leave. Anybody object to me leaving? I know they don't object to me leaving.
He's got a smile on his face. Yeah, he doesn't object.
No objections there.
No objections.
Okay. By the way, if you guys don't know what this book is, this is the Colorado DUI bench book. And when you take a look at the names in here, a lot of these judges, this is written by judges for judges.
Yeah.
And it's a very expensive book. Patrick Furman, the sheriff, actually is one of the authors of this book. And this is all about, this is great case law and references, but it's more than just DUIs. You talk about witnesses, impeachment of witnesses, what a weapon search is, lots about warrants and searches.
Right.
Right? Because if you think of anything that would be a search and seizure question, it would be DUIs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get your hands on one of those books, the judges recognize their own book. That's what they have on here.
All right. Brian's
Hey, Brian.
Stuart.
Ready to go? Oh. Yeah. I have the cheese I think in the building. You have the cheese? I do. Oh, I didn't, did I?
Do you have some? Oh, there you go. All right. So he has his summons now. So they cleared the summons from a warrant to a summons so that he's been arrested for it. They don't come to you to find you to give them to you. They make you come to them. At least he does, anyway. All right.
I think we're good now, folks.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Biggest just us. No, Eric had a summons. They reduced it to a summons from a warrant.
When I went back, and she was still alive. So I was even on top of it. So Eric, you had people want to know why there was a warrant out for your arrest.
So it was not an arrest warrant, it was a summons. So the court has two powers to compel you. They have a warrant power, book you, that require you to post a bond, and they have a summons power. And you can see here that in their affidavit for arrest warrant, the Judge Farragher checked summons into court process and release. And this is her handwriting. I know she wrote order in rather than arrest.
That's the one that we saw this morning?
No, we didn't see Farragher this morning.
And of course, if you didn't come down here to receive this summons,
They
there would be a
could.
warrant.
They could eventually issue a warrant. That's right.
Yes.
So Judge Farragher signed this morning at 10:32, and I'm very fortunate that the Denver Sheriff's been taken to custody because I would have had to be processed.
Process through the detention center and all that again. You'd have to go in front of a judge. Wait for prints. Yep, the whole works.
So 6/17/19 is my date for that.
We have 118 people watching you online.
Congratulations. Do we have 1,000 subs yet?
But I'm about at 1,000.
Why are we at 1,000?
Come on, people, you need to like and subscribe.
Share that. This is like Democrat voting. You need to like and subscribe often.
The Streamlabs
subscribe
is
often.
really
What
terrible
happened to
for
the channel? The infamous Michael Witt.
Jason
Is that
says
the
higher.
same thing? Have you started your channel?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I was pouring some tobacco.
You can't send it in Longmont. You better hurry because you're moving out of Castle Rock to Longmont, right?
It only lasts a month, but
So last time I was in Longmont, I got run over by a car.
Oh, they want a recap again?
Okay, so the recap is that I come down to receive a summons. I don't see the date of appearance. It's on this one.
Oh, see,
They left the way there because they fill it in when I come in to get it. So this is this part, right? Yeah. So they applied for a warrant, and it says here that on the 10th of May, the defendant Brandt, Eric, 11/1971, enters the location that would be the public defender's office in room 375 of the Lindsay Flanagan In Justice Center.
Is this the one where he was sitting in the corner?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Yeah, he was sitting quietly in the corner.
I was sitting quietly in the corner.
He entered the location and began yelling, causing a disturbance, and calls the victim a quote stupid bitch. The victim stated she felt threatened. That's the victim is here identified as Blanca, Valdez, or Valdez, Blanca. So you remember the woman with the flat affect that barely even noticed I was there?
Yeah.
Told everybody that she was just fine on the recording. Yeah, they went in afterwards and decided that she felt threatened.
Thanks, Freedom.
So, and the actions called security. The defendant was positively identified by the victim's prior interactions. Detective Marshall watched the incident on YouTube and observed the defendant's actions were unprovoked. They were unprovoked. They were unprovoked. Look at this.
So would it be a bad thing to go over there and check to see if they complied?
This is unprovoked.
Yeah.
Right? They lied to the public. And it's more than that. They modified the form. And they continued to use the outdated form. And then she told him that they won't provide page to accept upon request because it's a cost issue. So I calculated with 2,500 general sessions defendants per year in the city and county of Denver, that based on the statewide contract for government and nonprofit copying, the total cost of ownership roll-up for print is somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.5 pennies per page.
Right.
And based on that, I'm saying that
money
it
pays
costs
for
less than $50 a year to provide page 2.
That's like 300 copies at least.
300, 2,500 copies. Okay. That's way more than what yeah, they could provide page 1 and page 2 twice at that price. So Denver is saving less than $50 a year by hiding page 2. The sad thing is that page 2 expressly states that this should be Alice Norman, the head of the public defender's office. Please post that number and call her and tell her what you think of her bullshit. Tell her that she's about to find out what stink on shit really smells like. Because she's the shit and I'm going to be the stink.
Well, so here's my real concern.
Yeah.
I'm represented by these people tomorrow.
Oh, you're materially involved in this.
They can't represent me.
Absolutely not.
I have to have a conflict.
You definitely need to have a real attorney. You can't trust that Alice Norman won't fuck you over. Because she fucked me over. She actually lied in testimony. Of course, I'll never do it, right?
Right.
I know I lived the incident. And I know just what kind of a hideous monster this cunt is. She can't understand normal thinking.
Yeah, he moves.
So what did we learn today? Let's hear. The police don't serve and protect. Public defenders don't defend.
We learned today that the court didn't issue a warrant for my and we post a bond.
Well, that was a good thing, but I think the judge probably had something to do with that.
I think the judge did have something to do with that.
I think he knew that she knew that this was a violation of your rights, even though she signed it.
Yeah, they're getting utterly desperate.
Yes,
They're getting utterly desperate.
they are. So
I
they want to keep you
take a trip over to free trial services. I'm required to visit with them today.
This is Ghost Rider. He still doesn't have 1,000 subs.
Let's head over. Let's stay live.
You pressure this.
Because you'll break it.
What's in the pipe?
Yeah. Well, that I'll drop it. You never know if I'm going to custody. So, and please look up the Colorado
Stay live.
a fantastic resource. It's 700 pages worth every penny.
Yes, is that about $1 a page? Is that right?
Yeah, it's about.
They want to know if they need to call tomorrow again.
Well, it's still time.
Call who is it?
There's still plenty of time to call Alice Norman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Still what?
Call every city council person, tell them that Alice Norman refuses to follow their orders and
Yeah.
refuses to follow the order. Here's the thing: this Chief Justice Directive is a court order from the Colorado Supreme Court.
No.
Okay, signed by
They
Helen Rice.
refuse to follow the law.
Chief Justice. Helen Rice retired last year, but she signed the law, right? The court order. So why does Alice Norman, the public defender, think it's okay to be in contempt, blatant contempt of court, and to
They
force?
violated US 18 US what? They said something here. 18 USC 1512 and confessed in public record to have done it.
Wow.
That's a possibility.
Concrete is falling apart.
I have to read up on that particular one.
There must be old jail right here.
Yes, the old jail sat right here in this spot.
Now the forensic section.
Well, and this is obviously a reclamation idea.
That's trying to push all the hot air out of these people.
Oh, so they're air conditioning it outside.
As long as you buy Chinese.
So,
All right, so we need to go over to the courthouse.
no, I need to go across the street to the probation building.
Oh, it's a different place. Okay.
Yeah. Let me go find that person. If they want to talk to me. I'm not gonna, if it's today or not. Hey, don't tell me to get a week. Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow?
No. I gotta say, if I'm gonna put people to work. All right.
Thank you, Brian. Happy fucking Day. So,
All right, we go this way then.
I'm gonna end my stream because I'm gonna make phone call. But
Do you want me to mute or anything? I can mute for a bit. We got some privacy for that. Well, get off my nuts. Posting it in my own channel wouldn't do much good. People are already here.
If I didn't get home alive tonight, you have the Christopher Matthew 4 tasering deaths videos premiere tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yes.
And
did
at
see that.
7:25 p.m., I have a live stream on my alternate channel, Those 8 Letters, where once the video is done playing in a Matthew 4, there's going to be a raw body camera footage that we finally, after more than a year, have gotten released.
Yeah.
And so if you go to that video in the description, I have some links to some news articles. And then we're going to go and watch the video again on my live stream on Those 8 Letters, where we can stop, rewind, and have some discussion. And I'll also be able to, I've got some of just a little bit of enhancement on the video because it's dark, a lot of it, and it's hard to see. So I'd just like to know what people's interpretation thoughts are and how that matches what the mainstream media is telling the sheep.
Did they do a story on that?
Told you the mouth would get shut, nothing. Look at,
Sunday. I missed that.
Yeah, so I wanted to give Brian Moss the courtesy. He asked me if I would wait till after he published.
Right.
So I get it, and it's best for him that he get at least a few days for people to read his story and get.
All right.
He's-
Yeah, I'm gonna shut this down anyway. So
those
I'll.
agencies are truly extremely dependent upon the ratings and the numbers. Right. And it's really expensive to do good investigative journalism. It is. So I waited until tonight to publish
All right,
the
nothing.
raw footage, and I didn't want to discuss it.
Thanks, Freedom. We'll see ya.
I try to drive some traffic to those 8 letters so that I can get my watch hours and my subscribers to the level that I need them to be in order to be able to go live as
Yes.
if I need to. Right. Yeah. So
Ask away.
Hope I have a
prior
backup
to
channel.
strikes and the complaints starting to come
Backup
in,
channel.
the probability of losing one is always there. And of course, you make sure you're always chopping your own videos, because when YouTube shuts you down, you lose all your videos.
Yes.
So make sure you got
So
back.
any live streams that you've done,
That's right.
if you have not downloaded your own live stream, you've lost it.
So, actually, you'll have to stop the stream.
Well, that sucks.
No, his stream's over. You've been listening to his stream.
And you don't have your flag to go jump out there in the middle. Everybody recognizes that spot, don't they?
No, but you and I are the only two left. I didn't.
One of his favorite spots, the way it waves his banner.
But a lot of people recognize you standing on that, don't they?
Yeah.
It's particularly useful.
A one-sided conversation.
So, but yeah, I watched El Jefe's stream, and it was clear-cut violations. It mirrored the Colorado Springs incident. Okay, in many
I wouldn't
respects.
quit just because the two of us are here.
Yes.
That's just what I want most of the time.
As a matter of fact, I sent a letter to the chief of police of that in reference to that, and showed him a link to that story and the training video that Colorado Springs was forced to put out because of that incident.
Good, yeah. And that's important for us to share our lessons learned, right? Make it easier for the next time.
Yeah, but you would have thought that
So did they arrest the customer, just like
Better.
they didn't even cite him.
Oh,
They wanted his ID. They searched him. Well, they put him in cuffs and searched it, took everything out of his pockets looking for his ID. That is an arrest, because at that point it's past a Terry stop. They weren't searching for weapons.
Nope.
So it was obvious that they were after his identification at the time. So it was pretty clear cut. All right, I'm gonna have to end my stream here because of reasons. So thank you guys for joining. We'll see about getting back on later on tonight.
So how long have you had those eggs? You have to talk to me quicker. Yeah, that's asking a lot. Expect so much. How long did he say you could keep them and still eat them? Or aren't you going to eat them? Hi, Jen. I'm showing off. My present from Roadhog. Got a couple skulls. The dragon skull. That. I hid the human skull because I don't want that on YouTube. That's in the corner covered up by the chair. And then the lizard skull. I thought they were awesome. Exactly what it means for my dragon. Now, if I could just get Nuckin to hot melt some horns on the back of my dragon, we'll be all set. Yes, I think that's for like you behave or else kind of a tool. That thing just, it's sick looking, I'm telling you. And I'll bet there's like a perfect way to use the thing too. Hey, CTA. I had a mass extinction. Good. What you need to do is find a nice rainforest style lizard that we can take that horned dragon there and make it the top of a waterfall in the cage. Okay, Jen. It's always the dogs. They always come before me. Wouldn't that be awesome? Because there's like some that have misters going all the time. Even if we just make a mold and make it out of, you know, plaster Paris or concrete, or I think the concrete's too dangerous for the animals, but it's highly acidic. You'd have to probably seal it somehow, I guess. I don't know. We'd have to check. Yep. Pond with a, oh, and the rain began. What are you listening to? Can you hear that? Well, I know a place to get small ones. Lots of them. And we aren't taking no economy cars, so we'll be able to get down there with an SUV, I hope. Can you hear it raining? If I can turn them. There's a one word in there you forgot to put. Safe. Well, that's a place you can pick up rocks. As long as nobody snitches you out. There's only a few safe places. We'll spend a whole day rock hunting. Because pretty much every place we're going to go, there are rocks. Hey, Otto. Hope you and the kitties are doing good. Just watching it pour down rain. I got a really cool addition to my dragon cage. All right, we're on Monday. Awesome. No more fast food for me. Yeah, Roadhog Kennel sent me some skulls. One dragon skull, one human skull, one animal skull. I'm not sure what it is. Toothy little shit, though, whatever that one was. Yeah, there's work to be found. Can you see yourself? I got it. The position I have it now, it's double image. We can put the ghost hand in there. As bad as things were once I left Benzie County, where the unemployment rate was 85%, because 50% of that came from seasonal harvesting of fruit. I pretty much had a job within the 2 days of losing a job for whatever reason. You just have to go out there and be willing to work. My only advice is when you get a job, you fill out an app and they review the app. Make sure they put down on the back of the app everything they promised you. It's just so much easier to get it. Even a union shop, literally. Call your bank tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, I won't forget that. I don't have any short-term memory problem. That'll be a whole day away. Yeah, it's best to just let them know. Like I said, they flagged mine phantom-wise for an absolutely no reason at all. They just, and nobody admits to doing it. We're not sure why your account was flagged. The computer did it. Well, whose computer? We're not sure. It didn't happen on our end. And you call the other end. Well, it didn't happen on our end. And the funny part is, it happened when I ordered a Ouija board. Charge you twice. You mean this? And this is really going to hurt. I mean, really going to hurt because it's not even closed. In fact, I think it's open. If that was you were asking about, anyways. I did it when I had I purchased gas with the first time with my card, and then I had my card 6 years, so they thought that was suspicious, so they suspended the card, which really sucked because I needed the card to get things. It's hard to tell. Every zebra has different stripes. And you're going to be really mad when you find out when I looked it up. There's a leopard frog, but there's no zebra frog. And I even looked in the African culture and I can't find a zebra holiday. We have National Turtle Day, National Blanket Day, National Hug Your Plumber Day. Carpet Day isn't national. That's Iran? Budapest? I don't remember where that one was. It's a zebra rock. All right. Somehow your cage looks smaller, even though I put all the same stuff and more in it. Oh, it's all the poop that's not there. Okay. Well, wow. Otto, if you look at her video, back to her painting zebras on her two tables, one is a zebra stripe and one is a reverse zebra stripe. Okay, is that good enough for an answer? And obviously, you know what you get when you take the stripes off a zebra, right? Because everybody says the same thing. Wonderful question, though. But nothing's gone, so. But maybe you could help me with something until she gets back. Is magenta a pink or a purple? Yes. You don't like being tickled under the chin, do you? You like the top of your head rubbed. Yes, that's the right answer. Now, what color are they? Did you read his question above? Can you answer Otto's question? Because if you got a handful of stripes, what color are they? Because it's obvious. Everyone says it's a white zebra, it's a white unicorn, it's a white something. But you are the first one to put the right answer on the board. Come on, tell us. Black stripes. Yeah, when I heard rocket and somehow I read pocket, that pretty much pocket rocket was where my head went. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much where my mind goes. The stone feather was just me trying to figure out a sex toy. And boner pain, that was easy. So the whole thing went south for me. What? You want your lettuce, I know. Look at you. You're a pig. Why? Don't argue with me about salad making you thin. You're a pig. Look at you. You're wallowing in your own food dish. Just little tiny rain showers. No storms yet. I love those skulls, man. I didn't put them where I could see them well. I put them where they would show up well for the camera. How vain am I? That's what my daughter says. Bathe him. But he's only in it because I put it in the corner. That's where he comes and tells me he's hungry. Yeah, they are awesome. Especially the quail eggs. I should soft boil them and take them up north. They'll just look at them and cringe. Wipe the poop off those. Pretty sure it's 55 gallons. And I had a tape measure for years building houses and building furniture. Now that I don't work, I don't even own a tape measure. Yeah, it's time for shit. Are you gonna shit on the right on the skull? Is that what you're gonna do? Thank you. You every time I clean the cage, every time. You can't wait. See how much lighter he is in just that 3 hours that the heat lamp was off? Look at that loose skin. He's gonna grow. You see it, don't you? I moved the screen over so you can see yourself. You like that, huh? Shove the skull even farther back in. He's bigger than you on the screen, isn't he? He's 3 feet long on the screen. And he don't have horns either. Put some hot melt glue and we'll take care of that. Just like the Grinch. Hey, Jaded. Private. No, but I think I just see Crazy Carl. Oh, come on, Jerry. Move your screen. Yeah, there he is. Crazy Carl. Crazy Carl lives in a trailer park. And I got some presents from Roadhog. I got some skulls to go along with the dragon. Let me set this down and figure out where it's actually pointing. That's not too bad. Hey, you know what else I got, from Road that I'm not sure. Maybe Hag sent it for Nuckin in the wrong box, or maybe this was for you. But I have this little thing here, and I'm not sure what it's for, but every time I use it, it hurts. I'm not really sure what it's for. Mm. Yeah, I think that's got some mash. It had to be designed by a woman. No man in his right mind would design that. That just looks like it's meant to make every man cringe. Did you get some quail eggs? Yeah, they got the quail eggs with it. Hey, Russell, Josh, just showing off my gifts. And he's tearing up the cage. Got some nice skulls to add to the dragon's lair. The one was mouth open, sticking almost all the way out to the glass, and he shoves it back in. And then the dragon skull in the back. Hi, Clash. Good to see you. Stop in for a minute. Did you get your transfusion? Do look for some more content coming, Clash. Nuckinville 2.0 coming to Michigan. Just showing off my new skulls Roadhog sent to me. Not without my permission. And Jen's back. You missed Reptar begging. I was joking. There's a whole flock of sheeple down the road to film too. On purpose? Or did you hit one of those crazy things that AOC found of garbage disposal? She's not sure what it's for or what it does, but when she turns it on, it scares her. I don't know about that. Nothing that lets everybody know where you're at. Maybe just film it. When my hair falls out, it touches my shoulders too. Actually, mine curled. My hair is really straight, but once it hits the back of my neck, it curls up, and it never touched my collar. Which there was a dress code in school that it couldn't touch your collar, and your bangs couldn't be below your eyes. But I had the Brill Cream wave, which my hair in the front was long enough to touch below my chin, and in the back it curled up. So I beat them at their own game. Well, you should feel lighter. Haircut, that counts as a weight loss diet plan, right? You're not getting any lettuce till I get up. You still haven't shed your tail, have you? No. But we'll get some hair dye and we'll have my mom dye it for you. She'll be tickled pink. As long as it doesn't smell like it used to in my house. Yeah, he's a salad eater. And I've been weaning him from a morning feeding to an evening feeding so Caden can feed him in the evenings because that'll be the only time he gets any company till we're back. We just started eating out of my hand too, Knuckins, so when we get better at that, we're gonna do that live. The kids used to, but they bought the romaine lettuce that was the real leafy stuff, and they just hold the whole thing in, and he'd bite all but the middle heavy stem part off. So it's not like he hasn't, but I like feeding him live things, so I don't think he'll do that. I've been working on a fishing pole so I can just dangle it over top of him with a little worm on it. No hook though. Yeah, he gets. I started him out on live crickets. Then I went to giant mealworms, and I went to regular mealworms. And he really actually likes the red nuggets. So I put the salad together with a few of the mealworms and some romaine lettuce and some croutons. And I've tried two different brands, and he seems actually to like the other one better, but this is like the cheap Walmart one. Comes with a few mealworms in it, a couple pieces of crickets. But you can buy crickets too at Walmart for like $6 and literally put 3 or 4 of those in and a couple of the croutons and some romaine, and that's a whole meal for him. He sometimes doesn't eat it all. He has to wait and warm up. No, he hates kale. I tried it. And the only thing you really shouldn't try is spinach, apparently. That's kind of toxic. I don't know if it's the iron or what, but apparently spinach is not good for lizards. But what Amazon sells the worms, yes, no spinach. They sell the worms, and what I did was I went to all the 3 or 4 different places that they sell through and read all the reviews, and they'll tell you all kinds of stories. Plus, they give you good information. But if I'm going to stick with the mealworms, I think I'm going to buy the brand breading and just grow my own. You just have to have a container basically and room temperature, I guess. But see, this is one thing that about spinach. is when they tested the spinach, science screwed it up. The decimal point is one place too far over. So it's definitely a lie how much they say iron is in spinach. 1/10 what they say, but still that could be too much because it's like one of the only plants with iron. So I'm not debating it, and I'm certainly not going to feed it to him like I do feed chocolate to dogs. No, that's one of the problems with trying to live off of just rabbits is you actually will poison yourself. Ooh, green beans. I don't know. I don't know what they pick up when you spray them, or if you can do it organic, or what you can. I mean, I buy it from lettuce from the store, but I used to order it, so I know when it comes in, it's got a number across it that tells exactly what field it came from, exactly what time it was picked, the truck it traveled in, all come from one number on that code that's printed on every bag of lettuce that I ordered. So I assume that the rest of the vegetables are the same way, but the romaine works out great. I can have a couple of Caesar salads and we're good for 4 or 5 days of lettuce. Yeah, I know I got the thing turned back asswards for you, but that's where I thought I was going to put the hammock. Sorry, I'll move it when I get up. I know you're cold. I'm going to replace it with sand, and I got to get a heat pad for the bottom. As his belly is usually cooler than his back. No, I have a ceramic light and a daylight. The ceramic is on all the time, and there's no place in the cage over 100 degrees. So it's 24/7. And the other light I run about 10 to 12 hours. They say 8 to 10, but so what? I had a really good one, but I broke it today when I knocked it over. So I had to put the old one back on, so I'll order another one. And I took the wire off so that the light came through because actually the black wire really cuts down on the amount of light that gets through. So he kept trying to get out though. Still loud. You got that, Duncan? Oh, man, everything to drink. So I wonder what it'll look like from here. If I turn it on. Still does the mirror, mirror, mirror. Alright, yeah, I'm just listening to the space videos. They're orbiting the Earth right now, broadcasting the video live of our flat Earth. But it just keeps going around. I don't get it. You can look right at it, but the flat Earth people say it's fake. That's just a net. Some lizards will hang from it. He did before he got the hammock. He would stand up and go to sleep on it some. He really has ignored it since he got the hammock. But it helps break up the background till you paint that picture back there for me. I could actually go up pretty easily on this with just a frame to marriage the two. We push that scope all the way back in the hole. Kind of looks cool, just the nose sticking out. I can't see any of it from over here. Yeah, oh, you got to watch him do it? Okay. hiding evidence. He don't want nobody to see his victim. Yeah, see, this is what happened. And the light was still yellow, and it burned on the side of the metal. But I'm gonna just throw it away. I think we're just gonna call it it's probably not even broke. God only knows how it would work. That has to go okay. You think I should plug it in? I lost the power once today. Well, gee, that was my fault. I lost power. I have a feud with my electric company. They make the people in the trailer park give them $80 to get electricity, and they get to hold that till you leave. So I make them walk out to their parking lot, and I put a check in their little collection box every month. One day from the day it's too late. Pay the extra $1.80 or whatever it is. But it was yesterday, so they turned my power off. The whole ordeal lasted 3 hours. They had it back on. I even said hi to the guy through the window that was turning it back on. And it was raining. And I was very nice to him. So you turning my power on? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry you're wet. 600. Well, I'm not a real electric user. If it weren't for my computer, it would be like nothing. But in my apartment, my electric bill was when the AC ran was up to $36 a month. Now here it runs me about 80 a month. So I'm not behind at all, except for that I stay behind on purpose. And I went in today and I said, why didn't you just use the $80 to pay the bill? Oh, we could have done that. You could have called. We would have done that. But to get your power turned on, then you'd have to bring $160 for deposit. Now, when I lived in Grand Rapids, my son broke our electric meter that was inside the house. And I think it was built in the 50s. It was about 1.5 feet across, 3 foot tall, and about 2 foot thick, in a dark metal. And he broke the counter, and they would stick something through the wall to measure it. And it kept measuring zero. So I kept getting a $3.16 service bill for a whole winter. And I had just spent $27,000 replacing all the single paned old weighted windows with double pane Anderson gas filled wood surrounded by aluminum surrounded by vinyl windows. They're the best windows there are. And when I called them up and thanked them for only $3 a month off every month for the past 6 months, they tried to get me to pay some twice as much as I even paid the year before. And I told them to take me to court. Just take me to court. Go ahead. Or else I'll settle with what I paid last year minus 50% because I've got windows now. And they accepted it after about a month. And about calling me about 10 times. I had a really fun conversation with an insurance company one day when somebody backed out of their driveway into my car and broke the attachment from the motor to the wiper blades because it was like 18 below zero out. And the insurance company said it wasn't covered because it didn't happen at the accident. They agreed that it happened at exactly the same time as the accident, but it wasn't covered because it wasn't in the accident. And in about 2 hours of the conversation, me explaining I can't get my car because without that part, you can't drive in the state of Michigan because you don't have wipers. And I offered to come down and talk to them in person, and they decided they would pay for the used pair, which I already had installed. The used one, I wouldn't buy a new one. It's an old car. So that all worked out in their favor and my favor too. They paid for it. But it's the insanity of some things they try to get away with. Electricity is one of them. They realize that every time they feel you've used too much electricity, they up the amount they charge you for the electricity. And then if you use a little bit more, then they up that again. And you look on your bill, you probably got 3 price increases on the electricity. It's just insane the way they do business. Well, my heat is on 62 degrees. And the year before that, it was 59 degrees. The year before that, I lived in a basement that was 55 degrees. So I'm warming it up slowly. Yeah, that would be either a crank call or a sales call. So this one is wobbly. The other two are firm. If this one wasn't wobbly, I'd try turning it on. Oh, I don't know what to do. I do too. Throw it away. That's it. It's gone. They're either black or dark blue. And I mean dark blue. My daughter was supposed to come over to help me. My Wi-Fi, I ordered, the box came in the mail today. But it has to be hooked up and things have to be unplugged. Go get them subs. Oh, if you're running down to get them, they better have been baked. I've got to go to the store tomorrow. I could drink coffee all day, but that would really make me run a lot. Have a good one, Jen. Hugs and hugs. Can't believe all the things I got done today, and only screwed up one light bulb and an electric bill. I guess I didn't do so good. I will not believe how long it says. Hour and 42 minutes already. Oh my God. Well, see, that's a bright green shirt. Look at either the color's off on my TV or my camera is really cheap. So that's like bright green. Yeah, you got a Thursday. Don't know what today is. I think it's Thursday today. Tomorrow's Friday. It's already 6 o'clock. My daughter didn't show up after work. She won't come. She's got a sinus infection. I tried on my own, but there's a code you have to put in, and I can't read the numbers. They might be in the manual somewhere bigger, but the place I found in the manual, they weren't any bigger. Yeah, it's Friday. Okay. Yesterday was Wednesday. Gotcha. I didn't do a very good job on his cage, but I had to do something. Look how far he pushed his bowl over already. Just like everybody else, all they talk about is their pets. My pet zebra, my secret gnome, my dragon, my unicorn. If I can figure the code out, it just says unplug the box they have now, and then plug that thing into the wall, plug it into the box, and then plug the box back in. So that's pretty simple if those things were out where you could reach them. But it's a big knot of, and actually my box is sitting in the drawer because I was going to move the desk, but now I think I'm going to leave the desk there so we have something. Maybe we can build a shelf and put it up behind here all the way across the back or something. A sexy gnome. Maybe that's what's in that box. That small little box from eBay. You think it might be a gnome outfit? It's still in the other room. I need to move this chair, and I'm probably gonna have to move this chair over another foot, and it'll be right there. It'll be right. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Right there, all the way across the room to where the desk is. So the foot will be where the desk is, and it'll come all the way to the wall where the chair is. And then I'm gonna have to move the chair, this chair, over probably a foot to use the mattress I have now. Now, if I bought a single bed, which I don't want to do right now, it would be smaller. And I don't want a single bed anyway. I got a queen size mattress. We'll deal with it. If I put the bed in, it'll be another 8 inches wider. So for now, it'll just be the extra deep mattress frame with the extra deep mattress on it. So you probably won't need a step ladder to get up in it. It's a gnome necklace. You're gonna wear it everywhere, right? The only creepy one thing I seen was the little one, not the gnome, the little rubber ones that had the really long hair. There was a horror story with one in it. Ran around with a knife killing people. And I had to listen through it through the wall because the TV was on the wall in the living room and the head of my bed was up against it. So until they turned the TV off, you heard every word. So I listened to Johnny Carson as a kid growing up. Maybe that's why I make jokes. I'll bury it. Oh, you better ask Christy. She might like gnomes. Crack. My neck is making so many noises when I turn it, I can't hardly hear. I think one of the things I got, I think that might have been one of the things that I got that was in one of those little brown boxes. That's there right there. You could probably rewind it and get a good picture, I'll bet. I think I showed it. Hello. Hello. She's on a hunger strike. I'm keeping her hungry until she agrees to have Skittles instead of M&Ms. No, no gnome statues. I think they'd steal them in my neighborhood. Nobody puts too much stuff out. Ow. Gonna have to name her. My granddaughter recognized it right away when she walked in the room and saw it. She had said in that stream, "That's the pooping unicorn." And I don't think she's seen my streams, so I thought maybe it fit on the end of a pencil, but now I don't think so. She said, "Is that mine?" I'm not anymore. But she might have taken the other one. I thought I still seen it somewhere. There's no telling how far things get when two grandkids show up. Skittle. I don't like Skittles unless they're eaten with M&Ms. My boss would have a bag of M&Ms and Skittles mixed in the drawer, and I'd always eat them during my shift. It's like, you're not supposed to eat those, then don't put them in the drawer. But they taste pretty good together, actually. The chocolate and the real tanginess of the Skittles, and the sweetness. Oh, all that I did today. Oh, I gotta get up and go. Well, I'll put it to you like this, Nucket. It'll be warm enough for me to swim, but I'm abnormal, so don't know. How cold do you like it? You probably should buy a thermometer at the thrift store. To me, I know I like chocolate covered pretzels too, but you know, if you buy pretzels that are covered in chocolate for $5 a pound, when you can buy pretzels for 99 cents a big bag and your own chocolate, it's like I like M&Ms and potato chips, but I don't buy them that way. Yeah, the sun should not be out at all. It'll rain the whole time. Actually, I've had sun just about every morning, but by 11 o'clock it's cloudy. But maybe we'll hit some thunderstorms. We'll just have to wait and see what it brings. It can be cold as heck by Lake Michigan, and you burn like crazy in your skin that's exposed if the sun's out. Do you expect it any less? Even with all the pain? I've seen be able to control some of the pain on my tooth, and this I keep getting a knot way back up here. If I keep that knot out, the aspirin is keeping the pain down on my tooth. So I don't think the nerve is exposed yet. Yeah, actually, it's probably 10 degrees warmer to lay out here at the house, but it's pretty tucked in right there. The leaves are out. I've got this really beautiful blossoming shrub that's magenta. I swear to God, it's magenta. And we'll find enough to do for a couple weeks. It ought to be really warm by the last week you're here. Almost 70. Can you see all the... I haven't got enough of a tan, but soon you'll be able to see all the white blotches from... Look at it, it's like half scar tissue. Them ovens, them chicken roasting ovens killed me. They were so much easier to clean when they were still hot. Yeah, yep. And we won't have much time the one day before, and then I looked it up again online, and it says there's an office right in town instead of up at the airport, a half an hour away. So I'm like, I called, it was the 616 number that looked local. I called it, and it's not local. It gets transferred to their scheduling. And I talked to that lady after I figured out that she didn't actually from the office. So all her answers that I needed were, well, you'll have to check with the office when you get there. You'll have to check with the office when you get there. But they don't do pickup, but they're like, you know, through the city, maybe 10 minutes away. My daughter said they're right next to the gas station, and I've probably seen the sign. You have a shirt for me. Brand new. What size? No, you're supposed to tell me what gifts you give me. You're supposed to say I have a present for you. You know how this game is played? Oh, you don't have to give any presents. That's right. All you have to do is say yes. Enterprise. Rent a car. Sorry. One more cigarette. I gotta get up and make supper. Yeah, it's pretty close to where we looked on the map. It's maybe one street over. Gray's my color. 3X is my size for a shirt. But I was a 2X before I got heavy, so I would like to get back to a 2X someday. But I'll wear a 3X still. I like a loose shirt. I'm gonna have to wear black sweats to, I have a dark navy blue shirt with buttons that might work. Love dark gray. Should have right hand while I'm thinking about it. Oh, I can't read it from here. Just tell the Roadhog. Thank you. I only misspelled 3 words. Did has an S, which I never get the S anyways. Reptar. Spelled right. And Volta, not the. So he can check the stream out. I'll leave it public for a while. I know. Well, if you at least get the ones you need to wear to get here, we have a whole night, day, and night to wash them. I'm really hoping you can drive the van back to 4 miles from the Enterprise to the house, because counting on my daughter, we probably would be late, or not at all. Maybe you'll do it while you're gone. Oh. Oh, that took more out of me than I wanted today. Can't believe FedEx delivered when I was sitting in the van. I had the front door open, but the paper blew on the ground, so he would have probably not knocked and left and went home. Ah, no list, just thinking and stacking. Gotten that far. Getting that close. How you pack your dowsing rods? Do you have a case for them, or? More rain. God, the mushrooms should pop like hell. We just get some sun tomorrow morning. There might actually be some rails down here. Now I know you already have a list. It's getting time to start putting things in a pile too. What? You will get your lettuce when I get my supper. Your dowsing rods. See, I would do with a prompter very well because I have to look at the words. I can't look at the screen and read it. I don't have a spray bottle, or I would spray them down. I really cool duffel bag. I got it for hunting. It was like 3.5 feet long, a hard bottom in it with like plastic bumps so that you could slide it. Nice long strap. Thing held my paintball gear, or all my hunting gear, or everything I owned in clothes. And then my kids borrowed it, and I've never seen it again. But don't bring them scissors Hot Road sent you, because I don't think those are on the list of things you can bring. And I'm going to have to look up some directions on how to use them so I don't hurt myself. Because they don't look like a cigar snipper. Oh, they look easy to see. Probably as easy to find at the airport. Mine actually looked like two other cases that came through the airport when I got into Seattle. Which when I was there, I didn't see any of Seattle. His house, which was a horse farm, stable, and we went to one casino. We played Texas Hold'em. 3 of us were in the tournament, and each one buys in for double, and then you split all the winnings. So I made like $60. But I was the first one of the 3 of us to go out. I think I was 6th, and he was 5th, and the other guy was 3rd. I see Fallen Bomb did another video today. You're not getting any lettuce till I get up. I know it's late, even for this. This is when you're going to get fed. 5 to 6 o'clock. Sorry, hon. Need to shut that window before it gets any colder. I know you're gonna yell at me when you get here about how messy things are. All right, I gotta get up, and I don't want to. But I gotta eat, or my head's gonna start throbbing even more. And I gotta go over there and shut the window, and it's the big window, so you gotta stand there with your arms spread out in both hands. It's painful. But if I let it drop, it'll break, so. I'm gonna let you go. Love you, babe. Oh, do you hear that? Oh, shoot, let me. Oh no, I may have to go live again. I don't think you probably heard it. Love you, babe. Go lay down. But the thunder just started. If it gets cracking, I'll go back live, I guess. If not, I'll call you, or you call me when you get up. Let me know you're up. Go take a rest. I'll check out that video you put up with the Texas officer. After I eat, roll some cigarettes. Love you. Your toothless wonder says I love you. Quit scratching at the glass. Yeah, I just heard thunder. I don't think it was a truck. But the TV was, the earth was in the way. Lay down, honey. I'm going to say goodbye. We gone.